Hey Aquarius, this is Michael with your January 2023 reading. I want to wish you all a happy new year. I hope this video finds you well and in good spirits. I already have some cards here on the table for you, and just looking at the stars briefly, we do kind of start off January on a bit of a slow note. We aren't just rushing into the new year. We have a lot of retrograde planets. We have Mars, Mercury, and Uranus all retrograde at the start of this month, but will actually be going direct towards the middle and end of January. So things are going to be picking up. There's a lot of things that we are resolving and letting go before we can really move forward into the new year. And we do end off this month in your season, and it really is like being catapulted into the future. Before we get too far into your reading, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards and stars for you. For those of you who are ready for a more personal, in-depth look into 2023, you can actually get 30% off any astrology reading on my website using the code in the stars through January 14th. You can find all of my links in the description box down below, including my services, astrology blog, and social media accounts. So Aquarius, the first card that I actually pulled for you was the Queen of Pentacles, and this was talking about past influence. This is really interesting because this could represent your energy or maybe another earth sign energy. That could be Virgo, Taurus, or especially Capricorn. We are in Capricorn season at the start of this month, and this card actually is most closely correspondent to Capricorn energy. So I do feel like there's been a lot of focus on career or on building something for the future. When I really think of the Queen of Pentacles, she is someone who is making sure that everyone gets fed, everything gets taken care of, and she's very much a nurturer and provider in a lot of ways. I feel like you've been tending to something and really trying to make something grow, and I hate to say it, Aquarius, but it feels like there was some sort of loss with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And I don't want this to be too discouraging for you, because even though the Ace of Pentacles upright can represent a fertile new beginning, I don't see this as a major or devastating loss. At least generally speaking. Obviously, you might be going through something different, or you might be feeling this differently. This is a general reading. It's going to resonate a little bit different for all of you. But I really feel like you've been trying to nurture something, you've been trying to make something happen, and it kind of feels like at the start of January, it's becoming clear what isn't working or what isn't going to be stable or fruitful in the long term. Or maybe something just hasn't germinated yet. Maybe you planted a seed or you set a plan into motion and nothing really happened. Honestly, it even feels like something fell through. We do also have the Death card energy kind of coming in front and center for this reading. So there is a release, there is a letting go, there is a cleansing, a death before rebirth can occur. And it's interesting because I'm looking at my astrology notes right now, and it says the last edit was yesterday at 555. So there is a lot of change. You might be seeing a lot of fives. You might be seeing that as a time, you'll be seeing that in license plate or something. But repeating fives usually do signify change, and often that isn't comfortable, and that very well could be meaning that you are letting go of something. It does feel like you could be letting go of a job or just something that you spent a lot of time or energy in. Maybe this is a relationship for some of you. It could be. But I really get more of like something with work. And that actually makes a lot of sense because we have a full moon in Cancer on January 6th. Cancer energy represents your sixth house, your house of routines, your daily grind, as well as your coworker relationships too. So maybe there's some drama at work or something going on, but it feels like something is coming to an end. And it feels like something you have tried to make happen has not happened. And to be honest, I feel like you're getting a little stuck in your feelings over it with the moon and the Six of Cups. I feel like a lot of you are nostalgic for the past or thinking about the past. You're trying to get back to something. And I think it's important to try to get back to a feeling. Something that could actually be really healing for you, Aquarius. It's like manifesting the feeling, going back to a time in your life where you felt things were simpler or more joyful. This is something that feels really, really important to me. There could again be something with home or even family too. Especially if you have a Pisces family member or even a Scorpio family member, or we'll even say a Cancer. Like, there's a lot of watery energy near here. I did also get the Knight of Wands in reverse too, kind of clarifying the Moon and Six of Cups. So this could be talking about a Sagittarius. I feel like there's just this burnout. And it's been so hard because you've been trying to make something happen. You've been trying to create something. And I feel like you are in the midst of some form of transformation. And there's a lot of internal focus. And with Mercury retrograde in your 12th house, in the sign of Capricorn, there is a lot of focus on spirituality, on your subconscious and mental health. You might be surprised by what comes up for you. You might have thought you were over certain things. You might have not even realized just how you've been feeling. And that could be coming up this month as well. And with Uranus in your 4th house, in Taurus, going direct this month, there could be a lot of focus or change to your home and family too. And I do get the sense of being out of your comfort zone with the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles for the future. There could be a life change. There could be something where it's like you could even feel left out in the cold. And I do get the sense of a transformation again. I pulled the Moth card from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck here. And oftentimes when I see the Moth, I do think of the transformative power of the dark night of the soul. And, you know, Saturn, or Aquarius, you have been going through it because Saturn has been in your sign for the past couple of years now. And it's actually getting close to the sign of Pisces. And once it enters Pisces, it's not going to retrograde back into your sign. You're very much finishing a tough cycle. It's been tough for all of us, I think, especially since 2020. And interestingly enough, March 2020, when Saturn first entered into your sign, there really has been this very inward focus or this transformation. And like, I really feel like I get this message of like, losing what you were in order to be who you are meant to be. Because when we have the Moth, it has to dissolve first as a caterpillar inside this cocoon and go within itself and then take form. And so you are letting go of who you were or what was in order to become who you are meant to be, in order to live the life you are meant to have. And sometimes the universe will take the initiative, especially if we have been stalling or staying in situations that clearly aren't working. We're just not getting any growth or headway. But there is an upside here too. Because even in the Five of Pentacles, where you have these two people who are destitute, they aren't alone. There is the support in one another. Some of you could be seeking out help from other people or even institutions or groups. And with the Two of Pentacles, I do feel like there are some things that you're juggling. And maybe you need to let something go for now. You need to kind of get back to the basics, get back to the simple energy, the simple joy. Let's pull some clarifiers here. What is going on for Aquarius for the future? And I'm really specifically curious about Aquarius season for you because we have the Sun entering Aquarius on the 20th. We have a new moon in your sign on the 21st. And then on the 22nd, we have Uranus, your ruling planet, moving direct in Taurus, which is the same day that Venus and Saturn join together in your sign. So I feel like there is a beautiful opportunity here to really commit to yourself and for sudden change or movement. And right as I said that, I had a card jump right out here. We have the Page of Cups. So there is this commitment, there is this kind of offer from the heart coming in, or you committing to your own heart. I feel like self-love is super, super important here. With the Ten of Cups in reverse. And I kind of read this in an optimistic way. I know sometimes when people look at the Ten of Cups in reverse, it's like your hopes are being dashed or like your dreams are crumbling. I don't really see it that way. I actually see the Ten of Cups as your hopes and wishes, your dreams are actually much closer than you realize. It might require some adjustments or fine-tuning. Or even your dreams and hopes and wishes could also be undergoing some sort of change, and maybe you are rethinking your happiness as well. And I mean, with the Ten of Cups, it's kind of like a very rosy card overall. And we have this picture perfect moment. We have this rainbow. We have the kids. We have the house. We have the love, the family. We have the like all the things you could want, really. All the success, all the connection, all the harmony. And I think there's a side of the Ten of Cups, though, where it's like, when we look at this rainbow, these people weathered the storm together. And I think right now you might be going through a stormier period, but I feel like by the end of the month, you're starting to see things are shifting, or you're looking forward to something, or you're coming up with new visions for how your life or personal happiness could look. And I feel like there is kind of this lifting that is happening. Are there any other messages for Aquarius? Any other messages? I want to pull another animal card, actually. Anything else for Aquarius? And as I'm shuffling here, I'm really thinking about Gemini Mars retrograde in Gemini, which interestingly is your house of passion, romance, creativity. And I say that's interesting because I do have the hummingbird here as well, and this is about finding sweetness. Finding joy in life's simple pleasures. And going to these sources of sweetness to maintain or increase a high vibration. And this is often a card of travel or things happening very quickly. I feel like there is this shift in your emotions by the end of this month that feels very abrupt, but it's positive. And I think with Mars going direct in the sign of Gemini, specifically around the 12th, there could be more energy to be gained from doing things that you love or exploring passion. And maybe that's the thing about you reflecting on the past. You might be returning to hobbies or interests that you haven't connected with in a long time, and those are especially life-giving to you right now. And overall, I feel like with this hummingbird energy, if there are new opportunities to take classes or to try new things or to return to something, I feel like that's really, really important. And I feel like I want to pull one more. Looking at the 2 and 5 of Pentacles, we do have the Bat. So I do feel like there really are some very serious endings that are happening this month. I'm not going to make light of that, but it is, on another hand, lightening the load for you. Because when I think of the hummingbird, it's also a message of travel light. You don't need to bring everything with you. You don't need to bring everyone with you. And I actually think you're going to find the happiness you've been looking for or longing if you stop holding on so tightly to what you think that has to look like right now. because actually you're coming into a chapter of aligned happiness, relationships that are more aligned and connected for you. Because you are connecting with yourself in a very deep and profound way. And I do feel like there is like, even though there's the potential for some financial loss, I do feel like there is also some financial gain. Maybe you're making some sort of investment. Yeah, the Six of Coins or Six of Pentacles here, there could be something that is coming around to you financially. This could be some form of charity or windfall, some sort of money that is coming in. I do feel like that could be happening. But I do want to say with the Four of Pentacles, even though your financial situation could be improving, you might still need to be frugal, or you're kind of holding on to your resources, or very guarded with your resources. But I do feel like there are some improvements, even if there are some momentary setbacks in the month of January. So don't fret or worry about that too much. I know finances are pretty stressful for many people right now. But I feel like something is actually working out in your favor, and that's going to make more sense in February. Anyways, Aquarius, those are all the messages I have for you this month. I do hope that this video was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if it was. Let me know in the comment section down below what it is that you're releasing, what it is that you're letting go, and what it is that you are becoming. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.